historical friction, and I'm sorry if you hear sounds outside. It's not my fault. People are just getting into their homes, whatnot, blah 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 blah. So this is a filler episode in which Jamie, the postman or the post boy, who is friends with Steven, is acting in a play and about Major Dewey's ancestor, and of course it's so overly romanticized to make Major Dewey look good. And after reading the script and saying, oh, this character has basically no character, there's no flaws, it doesn't make him human, and Pearl decides to help them out with the script, which includes, of course, the presence of the crystal gems in the play and what happened back then about, what was it, 200 years ago? Yes, it was 200 years ago, because if it were 2000, it would be a little bit overboard. And this is a filler episode, even though you do see a scene in which, before Steven asks Pearl for a bit of help with the script, you still see Pearl a bit nervous, thinking. You can see it in her expression that she's thinking what happened, as if trying to examine it from all points of view, but of course she's gonna have to work hard on what's gonna happen, how her relationship with Garnet is gonna get fixed, but that's how I got it. That's what I understood. And I really liked how she complimented Steven for telling her that, hey, no one is perfect, not even her, not even Pearl is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, that's what makes them all human. And it was a really sweet moment between him and Pearl, and even she, after thinking about it, says, when did you get so smart? Like, not in an ironic way, but like, she appreciates what he said to her, like, hey, you are allowed to make mistakes, which most of the fandom disagrees. They're like, oh, Pearl is being selfish. Ah! Everyone must hate Pearl. Everyone hate Pearl. Come on, she's an interesting character. That's what I like about Pearl. She's flawed despite her pretending to be perfect. And speaking of perfect, sorry for the hair. I'm about to go to bed. What I find kind of interesting is that, yes, it is a filler episode by just speaking about the past of the town, Beach City, and a bit of Mayor Dewey. Also, a presence of the fusion between all of the crystal gems, Ruby Sapphire with Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, and Rose Quartz, because you see in the shadow during the play that it was a huge woman, not just a giant woman. It's huge, and maybe he was the only one who saw this giant woman before Rose Quartz met Greg. I don't know. And it's kind of interesting how the gems wanted them to just leave. If it weren't for them saving the humans, there would be no Beach City. And that's really interesting how we get this little backstory on about the town, about how it was founded, sorry, not funded. What else can I say about this episode? Jesus. Like I said, it's a filler episode, but at the same time, you have to think about it. You have to think about it that if it's a filler episode, that means we're all gonna die tomorrow or something. Us Steven Universe fans know that if there's like a calm moment, but in the middle of a storm, bigger things are gonna happen. I have no idea what the next episode is gonna be for tomorrow, and I'm kind of nervous because this Steven Bomb started out so strong, like freakishly strong, and it continued on being strong with these side stories that don't feel like side stories. It feels like a continuation of the main 2 episodes. And I'm glad that we at least get to see Pearl still basically freaking out, even though she's not like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like that kind of freak out. She's just lying there, well, sitting on the couch, silent, thinking. She's still freaking out even though she's not expressing it. And, oh Jesus. I really do hope that this problem, this problem that was caused by Pearl, does get resolved soon. Not as in tomorrow's episode, I mean just soon. Because the Crystal Gems are basically family and they can't stay mad at each other forever. Yes, they will still resent it, but they can't stay mad at each other forever because they still have the threats of Peridot outside and... Oh god, I hate people. I hate it when people put like loud music when it's not needed. Sorry. Okay, they just turned it off. Good. What else can I say about this episode? Jeez. Jamie is adorable. I loved him in this episode. Being that kind of actor, like, you will appreciate my unholy acting talent. Points for whoever gets that joke. Well, that reference. And he's adorable, and I'm kind of surprised that he told Steven, hey, you're gonna be the main actor, you're gonna be in the leading role. That's kind of cute. It's really sweet of Jamie. And of course, Major Dewey trying to pull some moves on Pearl by just telling him like, hey, mind if I sit here? And he's of course sweating because he's nervous, and Pearl's like, okay. Like, she still doesn't understand, like, what the hell is this human trying to do? And Major Dewey just keeps on trying to lay a move on her like, you know I wrote this play. And she basically gives him a big pile of nope and just goes to the back row. Oh god, that was hilarious. And also the perfect message to tell them, I'm not interested. But at the same time, he's still gonna insist. Come on. Every guy's gonna keep insisting unless you tell them no like a billion times until they get it, like through their skulls, I don't know. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. That kind of thing. Unless you're straightforward with a guy, they won't understand. And yeah, another moment that I really liked was how Pearl was getting excited, like, oh my god, there's Steven, hi Steven, you're doing great. Oh, that was adorable. We know that Steven, of course, does his best, and he's really not that bad as an actor. Of course, putting like a little accent at the end for showmanship, showmanship's sake. It was cute. And of course, Pearl is really proud of him, and also proud of being like a co-writer, even though she basically rewrote the whole script. And seeing her just smile again is really a good change of pace, despite the past 3 episodes being really big downers. And yes, I freaking love Pearl. She's adorable. She's like one of my favorites after, of course, the other 3. This is unlike My Little Pony, that I have like a few of them that are my favorites. In this show, I freakingly love the Crystal Gems, each of them individually, not just, oh, I'm choosing Pearl because she's my favorite and she has the most flaws. No, I love each and every one of them, including Rose, even though we haven't seen that much of her. Just the mere feeling of her presence by how the other gems talk about her, it makes me really like Rose. I'm gonna say despite something, but yeah, I have nothing else to say. It's a cute episode. I've seen it like about what 3 more times so I can get things that I might have missed. Unlike the other the other 3 episodes. I'm sorry if I'm getting stuck. I'm kind of falling asleep right now. Unlike the other 3 episodes in which I watched it like about 2 or 3 times, this one I watched it like 5 times because it is funny, it is cute, and I really like it. It's simple, but it's also like that little warning, like, hey, we're gonna give you this little slice of cake, and then we're gonna give you the spicy stuff so you can suffer, loaded with jalapeno. And that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna drag it out. This is basically everything I can say about this episode, and I've kind of liked doing these vlogs about this Steven bomb, the 3rd Steven bomb, and I might do a Wonder Over Yonder vlog session before season 2 starts. This is fun. I really like how I try to think about the episodes and just talk to you guys about it. and hopefully make you, well, not make you, maybe pique your interest in watching another show that I like, Wonder Over Yonder. And so, with that said, after this Stephen Baum, I'm gonna start doing the Wonder Over Yonder vlog sessions. Hopefully, 2 episodes or 3 per day. This is not like a promise, but I'm gonna try to do it. And if not, the episodes are gonna be pushed to another day so you can get a lot of content on the same day. And so with that, thank you all for watching, and let's see what the last episode of this Stephen Baum is gonna end. Let's see what episode we get. Please give me Lapis!